darling. How are you?
I haven't sung that in 10 years. My daughter was there.
Nice to see you. Yeah, if you would, please. How long has it been since you sang that song?
10 years. When I did my first special, me and Sissy Spacek sang that song. My daughter, Betty, wrote it. And I recorded it, and me and Sissy Spacek just took a notion to sing it on the special. So it's been 10 years, so I might have messed it up a little bit.
How long since you've seen Sissy Spacek?
The last time I was in Hawaii, about 2 years ago. So.
I know, she is, in case you don't remember, she's the lady who won an Oscar portraying Loretta in Coal Miner's Daughter. I wondered if you kept up with each other.
Yes, I think we try to stay away from each other quite a little bit because I think I rub off on her too much, and it's pretty hard for her to do a city kind of a movie and talk to me, you know. It kind of comes through.
Yeah. Oh, you mean that she gets to talking like you if
I
she
kind
hangs
of
around
think
you a
she
lot?
don't mean to.
Do you think she sings like you?
Well, we worked on it hard enough, and I think she sings enough like me that we pulled it off on her.
I remember one night you sang when you were, I guess, making the picture. You sang together on the Grand Ole Opry.
We did it twice.
And I heard a tape of that, and it was hard to figure out who was Loretta and who was Sissy.
I'd do a verse, and then she'd do a verse. She was scared to death the first time. She was just like me when I first come to the Opry. Well, I'm still scared when I go on the Opry.
Are you really?
Yes, I am. I'm scared when I do any kind of a show. I'm scared when I do your show, Ralph.
You're scared right now?
Well, I get nervous, sure.
I don't believe that.
I do.
I heard, is there going to be a sequel to Coal Miner's Daughter?
You can't never tell.
Well, I believe you said on backstage at the Opry that you were going to...
There is another book in the making. George Vesey will help me with the book, and but I've got everything, all the notes and everything. And I was telling George not long ago, right after he wrote the book of Barbara's, I said, I've got one wrote. I was telling him about 3 or 4 things, and he said, "Gee, it's already wrote. Don't tell me no more. Just send it to me."
All right. Now, where did the last book quit?
I think I just kind of left it open, didn't I? So there would be another one.
Well, I know, but what year were you in when you quit in the book? Do you remember?
Oh, what year was that? I don't even know what year it is now.
All right, where would you... This is 1991.
Yeah.
Where would you pick up the story?
I would pick up from my first memory. And that one started when I was about 13, remember?
Well, I'm talking about with a new book, though.
Yeah, with my new book, I'd start out with my first memory. And the way I would end it would be the last thought on my mind as I close that thing up.
All right, do you think this book might overlap the old book?
I think the next one would be better.
Do you?
Yeah, because I was playing when I did the first one. Everybody wanted to write a book of my life. Who was
you
interested
mean you weren't
in
serious?
Me? Really not serious. It was a thing we just did, and we just had a lot of fun with it. And I think there was a lot of things after I got the book and I read it, and I knew there was going to be a movie of it. I knew that I'd left out so many important things that had to be told later on.
So you're going to write a book that just kind of fills in the cracks, the stuff you didn't mention the last time.
Yeah, that's it.
There might
quite a few years, you know that.
And that motion picture was a big success.
Yes, she got the award.
And well, I'm thinking about it. It made a lot of money.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Usually that's what makes Hollywood get interested in sequels. So they might make another picture about you. And she's already got the role down.
Has she ever?
So would you be in favor of that?
Oh, sure. I think I'd play Mommy, though.
You think you'd like to be in the picture?
I think I'd play Mommy in the next one.
Was any discussion ever, did any discussion ever occur the first time around that you be in the picture?
It kind of come up, and I said I never would be interested because I could never play my life.
Did they offer you any role in the picture?
No, I think it just come up when they said, "Would you like to be a coal miner's daughter? Would you like to be in the movie?" And I said, "No, I wouldn't want to be me."
But now you've changed your mind.
Well, I wouldn't be me. I'd be Mommy.
You'd like to play your mother?
I'd like to play my Mommy because I don't think they brought Mommy across like she really was. Because Mommy, she was the rock of the family. And Mommy, she was a character. She was always laughing, and she was Indian, and she dyed speed sacks green and blue and red and pink when there was no such thing going on, and put them together. And that nobody else was doing that.
You mean she took feed sacks and dyed them various colors Would she make dresses out of them?
She made me dresses, school dresses, and made her stuff out of, yeah, and Mommy was not drab. She'd get a tube of lipstick once a year, and she wore it. And back in them days, people thought if you wore lipstick, you were a bad woman. Well, Mommy didn't care what they thought about it in Butcher Holler. She wore that red lipstick. She liked it. No other makeup.
Can you sing The Great Titanic? You know, she used to sing that.
I know. We did that the last time, you know. Me and Mommy and Crystal and Peg, the whole family sang it, remember?
She was a sweet lady.
Yeah, she was.
On tonight's show, Loretta Lynn is going to be joined by Sawyer Brown. Our comic of the night is Randy Lubis. That's the show, and we'll be right back. John, that's beautiful. Come over here and let's talk about your television special. I believe your television special is going to run on TNN, excuse me, on Wednesday night.
Yeah, Wednesday night.
At 8 and 11, those are Eastern times. You'll be on at 7 and 10 Central times. You'll be on just ahead of us.
Yes.
And let's see, Conway Twitty's on with you.
Randy Travis, Patty Loveless, and Tanya Tucker.
Okay, it's a great lineup. What is it? Is it called The Seasons?
4 seasons of my life. We went into Kentucky, and there's a lot of things that is in this 4 seasons of my life that wasn't in the movie. I think it shows a lot of the stuff up in Butcher Holler that Mommy and Daddy built the little cabin.
Is that cabin still in existence?
That little cabin is still standing there and doing
Is this the house where you were born?
A house where I was born. It's made out of slab lumber. You know what slab lumber is, don't you? And then we showed the old well box. There was a lot of things in this.
Showed the old what?
The well box that Daddy made. It's still standing there.
Box that goes over the cistern?
Yeah, the well.
Okay. All right.
And you call it a cistern?
Well, some people call them wells, some call them cisterns.
Huh. Some people call them a spring, huh?
Yeah. You can get water out of a spring.
You know what?
What?
Fred Tatasciore called me and he said, you tell everybody. I said hello, because he was the one that directed this. And he said to say that him and Mary Ann would be watching, and little Freddie, and tell you hello.
Well, I appreciate that. Why don't we watch a little bit? We've got a clip that our folks here at TNN have put together. And this is a preview of Loretta Lynn's The Seasons of My Life.
Boy, it's good to be home again. Woo! Woo! I'm just a blue-eyed Kentucky girl. I've already seen the world, and I'm grateful for the love that I've been shown. But there's a feeling down inside that keeps telling me that I shouldn't wait too late to spend some time at home. When I was growing up here in Butcher Holler, there were only 4 houses. Of course, things have really changed. Now there's 7 houses, painted and everything. And don't come home a drinking with loving on your mind.
No, don't come home a drinking with loving on your mind. Just stay out there on the town and see what you can find. Yeah. 'Cause if you want that kind of love, well, you don't need none of mine. So don't come home a drinking with loving on your mind. No, don't come home a drinking with loving on your mind.
Honey, you remember this house? This is where I was born. Mommy and Daddy built it. I was born right here in this corner. Junior was born here, Herman and Jay Lee. And when Jay Lee was born, Lee Dollarhide was hid out up in the loft because he broke out of prison.
Well, he built a good house. Been here a long
That's
time.
right.
Feel good.
You don't
too.
have to tell how long it's been here.
Let's grow up. We're not kids anymore.
You know, Loretta, it's really been an honor for me to come out and do this. I grew up listening to a lot of the music like you and Conway did, you know, the duets and the things you did by yourself, and I have so much respect for you for what you accomplished in this business. And I just want to say thanks for inviting me out.
Well, Randy, I love you, honey. And I couldn't have done this show without you.
Well, I appreciate that, Loretta. Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
I love you.
Love you, too.
You got all those pictures of us back there, and I've only got one. Take a look at this, of you and me.
Conway?
Look, I look like a package of Wonder Bread there.
But look at me. Now, couldn't you have done better?
Hey, Louisiana woman,
Mississippi man,
we get together every time we can. The Mississippi River can't keep us apart. There's too much love in this Mississippi heart.
too much love in this Louisiana heart.
There's too much love in this Mississippi heart.
Too much love in this Louisiana heart.
Hey! Oh, we're back. I'm sorry. I was watching the video
I was waiting for more, wasn't
footage on the monitor at our feet. That's great.
Thank
That
you.
looks like a terrific special.
We had, we worked on it all summer because it's 4 seasons, and winter and summer and fall and everything.
Let me ask you a couple of questions.
Okay.
Did I hear you say there was an escaped prisoner in
Lee
the,
Dollarhide was
in
hid.
the attic
Yeah,
of your house?
Him and Willie Webb was up in the loft when Mommy had Jay Lee. And that's how Jay Lee got his name, Willie Lee, because they come crawling down out of the loft after Mommy had the baby and said his name is Willie Lee. So then they went back to the loft.
You mean they're hiding out from the law up there?
They're hiding out up in the loft from the loft.
Escaped from the penitentiary?
Yeah. Lee was Daddy's first cousin,
I see.
Yeah, he escaped 3 different times. They couldn't hold him.
Well, whatever happened to him?
Well, you know, in the movie he got shot, and nobody
Is
even
that true?
tried to Nobody even tried to find out who done it. That made me mad because everybody was glad I guess all the police was glad he was gone because they...
Well, there's got to be a lot more to this story than we're going to have time to get on this show.
Well, we'll tell it the next time.
Where'd you get that big nose you were wearing?
Me and all the band decorated up for, forget it.
Halloween?
Halloween.
Okay.
Yes, and I went on first. This has been years ago. And the curtain opened and it scared all the people to death because I had all my band. They all were decked out. You wouldn't believe it. I went out in big boots and riding a broom and had this, and I'd teased my hair. That's when I had real long hair. And I couldn't get through my bus. I had to go this way to get through my bus because when I got it teased out and then I put spray on it, it was sticking out this far.
You had to turn your head sideways to get on your bus?
To get out of my bus. And Conway was coming onto the stage as we were leaving, and I scared him to death when he met me. So he looked at me, and he looked back, and I said, well, Conway, and that's how he knew it was me. So they took a picture of me and him.
I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to take a break, and then we're going to have let the audience ask some questions, okay?
Okay.
We'll be right back.
Sings with me a lot.
Okay.
Well, every night, I make her come out and sing. She just stepped out here just a minute ago. Peggy, where are you? Step back out.
There's Peggy.
Come on over here and let everybody see you. Step out here. We ain't got all night, kid.
Hobie was chasing her backstage.
What?
Come over here, honey.
Hobie was chasing her backstage?
Yeah.
Why don't you come over here and sit on Hobie's lap?
Okay. That's Peggy.
All right, Peggy. She's very pretty. Now, Peggy.
A good old country Christmas, that's what it's gonna be. When all the family gathered around our pretty Christmas tree. We'll open up our presents Christmas Eve about midnight. We'll have a good old country Christmas, alright.
The Four Seasons of Loretta Lynn?
4 Seasons of My Life, yeah.
That will air here on the
Wednesday
Nashville
night.
Network on Wednesday night.
Wednesday night.
Just before Nashville Now.
Uh-huh.
Okay, Randy Lupus, where you work?